In 2023's Blue Beetle, we see an emphasis on family. Jaime again and again talks about how his family is his strength. We also see that Jenny doesn't necessarily have that same support system. As a result, she's struggling to make her way through the world without having the support of a close, tight-knit family. Today on Geek Devotions, we're talking about how the family of God needs to be there for each other. Hello and welcome to Geek Devotions, the show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. I am Celeste and we are so glad that you have hit play today. Do us a favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this out to your friends. If this is your first time here, we love you. Even if you don't watch anything past this point, you are loved. Real quick, we want to give a big shout out to our friends at Beneath the Tangles who gave us this cool panda. Dallas won it on his birthday. Ironically, it's funny because his nickname's a panda, and he won a panda. It's funny. Beneath the Tangles is an awesome ministry, but if you want to see more about them, check out the video that Dallas did where he unboxed this really cool panda. Okay, like we said in the devotion, the Reyes family is super focused on supporting each other, on being there for each other, on family. They take care of each other. They legitimately were embarrassing to Jaime sometimes, but they were also his biggest fans. Like, I wouldn't want someone chanting my name as I went in for a job interview, but at the same time, he's grown up with that support. He knows that those people are people he can count on. Now, there were a lot of themes that could be pulled from this movie. It was a great movie. I may write an article or two on some of the other stuff. I don't know, still thinking about it. Don't hold me to that. But the theme of family is the one that stuck out so much to me because it was one that was repeated again and again. And again, the contrast between Jaime and Jenny were so different. Now, the theme of family in this movie made me think of how technically all Christians are part of the family of God. We are all a part of this family together, and we should be able to rely on each other just as much as the Reyes family did. There are definitely some Christians out there who are like Jenny, who don't know that they have this big, huge family that is willing to be there for them, is willing to help them. And some of it is that their physical family, their biological family, didn't teach them any different. And some of it is that they had a family that was not completely godly. They were doing things that should not have happened. It happens because, as a good friend of mine says, people be people. But at the same time, we have the responsibility as Christians to be that family for people. We're big about making sure that people know that they're loved here at Geek Devotions, but that's not just our responsibility as the founders of Geek Devotions, Dallas and I. It is your responsibility to let other people know that they're loved by you and loved by God. And it's part of being a Christian is loving others. Now, this whole month has been about talking about speaking into the next generation. And part of that is that we have to be able to teach the next generation that spiritual, physical, and earthly family is important. Not in a cheesy Fast and the Furious way, but in a way that we should be able to go to someone in our church body and go, I need help. Now, obviously, you don't go bearing all your stuff to everybody and anybody. There is a process of trusting people, of learning them, of knowing that they are someone who is trustworthy. But in order to teach our children and the next generation, even if you don't have children, I don't have kids, but in order to teach the next generation that the church is a family and that they are part of that family of God, you have to be part of the family of God. In Hebrews, it says that there is a great cloud of witnesses and that God's family is built by His grace. His grace is what draws us into a family together. And again, it comes down to the show, don't tell. I heard somebody say recently that kids will see what you do better than they will listen to what you say. So don't tell them to do what I say and not what I do. Show them the appropriate way to live. And if you mess up, tell them. Apologize. Let them know that you are human and it's okay for them to be human too. Because if we're not human, if we don't mess up, then there is no point to grace. And if there's no point to grace, then God's family is not a family because we don't need it, which is not what I'm saying. But you see how that logic can spiral out of control. So take these points to heart. Take what I'm telling you to heart. Connect with others in the family of God. Doesn't have to be everybody. It can be just one or two people. But have true community and true family with others. And be there for each other. Okay guys, that's your devotion for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check us out on all of the socials. Also, we have some podcasts coming out next week. You should check them out. But if you want more information about all the things we do, check out our website and you'll find all kinds of things, including how to become a patron, which you can be like all the cool people whose names are probably on the screen right now. But it's now time for the question of the week. Question of the week is this: if you could have a hero named after a bug or an animal, like Blue Beetle, what would you choose? What would your choice be? Let us know in the comments down below. Okay guys, all that being said, stay devoted, peace and love.